Hey,
LD.
Stav, love the pod. Just got a quick question for you. So, there's this girl I've been seeing for maybe a month or two now. I really like her. She's great. But there's this thing that's been happening, right? So, when we watch movies, like, she'll talk about on and on about how attractive she finds the guys, like the celebrities, like, oh, he's so hot, he's so hot. Oh, I think he's hotter in this other film, this later film. It's like, okay, that's fine. You can have your celebrity crush, whatever. But we were watching this anime film, and the whole time she's like talking about this anime ruddy cartoon character. I'm like, oh, he's daddy. This guy's daddy, right? Later on in bed, she says, she asks me to recite one of the guy's lines from the ruddy anime so she can live out her anime fantasy. I didn't do it, of course. I got some dignity, right? But that just seems so
Step
weird
off a lip and all
Is
that.
weird, or am I just a prude? I don't know. Also, like, I get that, like, you're going to be attracted to other people, right? Like, of course that happens, but the way I've always done it is in relationships. I'm not going on talking about, like, oh, that girl is so hot, look at her tits, look at her ass. Like, that seems disrespectful to me, at least. Or am I just being insecure? I mean, I get it, right? Like, you can be attracted to other people, and we're not, like, exclusive yet or anything, right? So that's fine. But I just think it's a bit disrespectful, especially because, like, 98% of the time she's swooning over someone, it's not me. She's, like, talking about all these celebrities and even bloody anime characters, and then maybe 2% of the time she tells me how good.
We're watching an anime
It just seems a bit weird to me. I don't know.
Are there British people in anime?
We're watching
Thanks,
the
Stav.
freshest
Cheers.
Japanimation. I don't know if there are British people in anime. Interesting. I mean, asking to recite a line from it is where I'm like, presumably while fucking, I would guess.
He
Right.
finds her disrespectful in general.
Yeah, and I will say, this gets to a point where it's like, look, you say somebody's hot, who cares, right? You say a famous person's hot, who cares? But if you say every fucking time you see a guy, damn, that guy's awesome, and then you almost like, she like sighs and starts sucking you off. She's like, damn, that guy's so hot, and then she's like, oh well, back to work. You know what I mean? Like that's you don't want to feel that vibe. You want to be like
back to a 3D guy.
Yeah,
But it's at least a cartoon. It's not somebody who could actually steal your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Unless there's some weird circumstance I can't imagine being real where
Right.
they get animated.
They get
or something.
zapped into
But
the
don't you think
TV to learn a lesson.
I find when people do that, it's like them just like wanting to remind you that they're sexual. Like when someone's like, if you're watching a movie with someone and they're like, that person's so hot, they're just wanting to remind you that they're
Interesting.
what they want you
That
to
they
be
have
thinking of them
sexual urges.
in a sexy zone or something.
Interesting.
Can you do that comedically? Like if I was like, yeah, this is going to sound crazy, but can you just fucking like, I'm trying to think of a good one. Can you just act like Sarah Silverman for like 10 fucking seconds? Just so I could feel like I'm on the pod with her. Just so that you know, like when I'm on. Like if Sarah Silverman was here, you know what I'm saying? Like that would get my fucking joke machine cooking.
Right, like you think like she's just trying to be like hilarious.
How would you
You're
feel
doing
about
you're
that?
doing riff role play.
Yeah.
You're being like, what if I was
Sarah
riffing?
Silverman, you fucking dog. Wouldn't you feel a little bit devaluated or whatever the word would be?
I see. You're saying okay.
Yes.
Oh. Like platonic role play, rhetorical role play.
Basically, yes. He's talking about real role play here, and I think
see what you mean.
and they're not even dating. Like, if you're in a long-term relationship, I think opens it up a little bit to be more open about who you're like, damn, that bitch is awesome to like your girlfriend. It's like you can have that conversation, and then you can it opens up like role play a little more because it's like, hey, we've been together for a while, let's try some. Like, yeah, I'll fuck it because like I'm not trying to recite any lines, but if a girl I was dating dressed dumb like an anime character, I think I would be into that. And I'm more of a visual guy. You know what I mean? It's like the difference between men and women, essentially. It's like you want to be talked to in a certain way versus like, yeah, I just want somebody who has dumb pink hair and like two fucking little space buns or some shit. She's got a big ass sword, like the lady from the cartoon we're watching, right? Like I would like to fuck a big titted Japanese anime girl for sure.
I see a sword and I'm like,
Dick gets
let me
fucking
have sex.
Swing.
Take my sheet.
Well, you're
whatever.
wearing an anime shirt right now.
It's
Oh.
I wore a clown. It's my
In
only
honor?
clown clothing in honor of you. Yes.
What and
Wow.
what is her?
I don't know.
business and
I don't know. The problem here is that this is like a sexualized clown. You're you're sort of like
The
a
opposite.
sexless clown.
Yeah. If all the genitals got sanded off and so and shit.
Yeah. But
I
this
think
is
he's also referring to he doesn't like how she's sexualizing everything and talking about people. He
He's-
finds her just like disrespectful and
Yeah.
inelegant.
I do think so. And maybe part of that is like we're assuming this guy is like, just getting back from a fox hunt because he has that British accent. I don't really care for the way she talks about the cartoons.
You think he should be having amazing sex because he's coming from a hard day's work, is what you're saying?
I think he's probably coming from a hard day's work.
And
He
it's like,
deserves
I
some.
fucking need this right now.
He
all
deserves some
day.
pussy. He doesn't need to hear about how cute Jason Momoa is.
Literally.
I guess it's like insecure. His
But
own insecurity is reflected back at him.
Don't get me wrong. You can if somebody you're with makes a couple passing comments about somebody being attractive and it bothers you, that's insecure. Yeah. If it's constant and she's asking you to repeat lines from a thing because she wants to fuck a cartoon character and you're not even dating that long, it is weird behavior. I actually am on his side.
Can I get red pill for a second? I feel like if a girl does that a lot, like it's almost like she's like testing your reaction or something.
Right.
If like it's
Whoa.
very constant, and because I feel like a guy can't do that, but a girl can. And if you get pissed at that as a guy or get annoyed, you just like kind of look like a bitch,
So you're saying it's a
I don't know.
it's a test, brother.
Yeah.
It's a test.
I kind of
Say
say
that
that.
shit.
Okay,
Say the line.
let's accept your thinking. How would you suggest he controls his bitch?
I don't know. Maybe she's not the one. I mean, maybe she's just like a dumb bitch. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is what I think. We're from different philosophies. We came to the same conclusion. Where she does sound like kind of a dumb bitch, and he does. They're not. She might not even give a fuck about this guy too, right?
Yeah.
This happens a lot where it's like, we're not exclusive. We're just dating, whatever. She might just be in it for some of that fucking
Some
that
of that
little
voiceover
hog.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, and
Please.
this is gonna sound like I'm President of the United States of America.
Yep.
Whoa.
Before, jokingly, me and my boyfriend would talk about who our hall passes were.
Yep.
And now that I'm on network television,
Right.
I have met my hall passes. So it's
Wait,
like,
I thought Paul Rubens died this year.
but once the listen, do I think my hall pass would ever touch me with a 10-foot pole?
Yeah.
No, but it did become more of a real. It became more real.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so
Oh, definitely. There is something to that.
yeah, and so I want I'm guessing they exist in a world where hall passes are like entirely theoretical.
But again, you're right. But again, they're not even dating. They're not even like boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing. They're hooking up. But I know, and even what you're talking about, the theoretical hall pass is acceptable up until they bring it up constantly.
Right.
It's at that point, it's not even about them being a celebrity. It's like, well, do you want to even fuck me? You just keep talking about, imagine if I was like, oh, let's go get lunch. And you're like, great, I'm so excited to take you to my favorite restaurant. And I just kept talking about other sandwiches that were better than the sandwich you brought me to. It would piss you off.
That would piss me the fuck off.
It would piss me off big time.
Even hearing about it right now. It's getting me fucking hot.
It literally would piss me off if somebody did that to me.
Shout out to my hall pass that I haven't met, Billy Bob Thornton, if you're listening to this right now.
Oh, the blood man.
So who's the one that you did meet?
Not saying.
Okay, let's go through
Does
who
it
were the
rhyme
guests this year.
Nope.
It wasn't.
No.
He was in somebody's entourage. He was just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Stav? I don't know. Let's just say it. Let's just call it out. The tension's been fucking
You'll
nuts.
tell us off the air. That's
Someone
fine.
saying your hall pass stuff. That's awesome.
Hey,
What is
don't. Hey, listen. If your girl makes me her hall pass, that's a problem. I'll probably fuck her. So don't make it me, brother. I'm telling you right now. That is not on me. If you let her have me as a hall pass,
DMs are open.
the
and
odds
he
are pretty
reads
good.
them.
If she catches me on the right night,
That's
it's
not a
pretty
hall
good.
pass. That's a whatever they would call it, a fucking something else pass. A field trip.
Beautifully done.
card.
Permission slip. That's a permit. That ain't a hall pass. That's just permission slip, baby.
There you go. Permissions. There you go,
You
man.
sign
Imagine
that,
if I
and
said
she's
that.
going on that ride.